The importance of conversations is not unknown to anybody. Fact is that everyone who is a part of your life at the moment was at some point a complete stranger to you. And how that changed was based on the first conversation you ever had with them. It may or may not have been the reason behind you and the stranger coming this close. But it did act as a gateway to the relationship. Strengthening and evolving a relationship, be it professional or personal, is always based on conversations made between both people. There could be deep conversations where both people bond, or even small meaningless conversations in the elevator. By holding conversations, we share a certain part of ourselves with the other person, and whether they say it or not, everyone is making mental notes of other people based on their conversations with them. There are people out there who interest us. Be it in the mall, at work, waiting areas, or other daily interaction places. Mostly, we are tempted towards befriending them, whatever our reasons may be. But somehow, we just can't manage to find the courage to talk to them. More than the courage, our problem is the fact that we don't know what to say to them in order to establish a connection. You want to say something that will engage the other person, and something that's exciting enough not to walk away from. Well, today's video is all about that. We will tell you 10 ways to start a conversation with anyone. Watch this video till the end because point number 1 is something you really don't want to miss. Welcome to WatchTop10.com. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon so that you can stay updated with our latest videos. Number 10. The world smiles when you do. Before approaching your potential friend, or shall we say future conversation partner, remember that smiling and having a relaxed attitude and body language speaks volumes about you. Being nervous is something you just don't want to be. Because the receiver can pick your nervousness and suddenly, they too feel it's a huge deal if you're walking up to them and starting a conversation. On the contrary, if you're smiling and extending a happy and a relaxed person's image, chances are that they'll be more interested in you and what you have to offer. Just remember, you're not committing a crime, you're just being social, and there is no reason for you to be nervous about it. Most importantly, a recent study revealed that most people would prefer talking to someone who is smiling. Remember, grinning is creepy, but a gentle, kind smile is something you surely do want to extend. Also, while hearing people talk, you must have a kind and warm smile on your face. Well, only if they're not telling you about something awful that happened with them this morning. Number 9. Make note of something pleasant. In nearly every situation in life, you will always be able to find something nice and positive to say. They say, it's better to remain silent than to say something negative. So whether you're stuck in a waiting room at the doctor's or you're in the plane with someone, you can definitely say something pleasant to begin a conversation. So for example, you're in a flight and the person sitting next to you is of interest, but you don't know where to start. And it's already been a while since you're both sitting there quietly doing your own thing. A great way to begin would be commenting something pleasant regarding the food when it arrives. Saying, "Oh, I love this airline because the food is always delicious." Come to think of it, this is such a general and non-confrontational topic, there are slim chances anyone would have a problem taking the conversation further. Similarly, if you're sitting at a coffee shop, working on your computer, and the person sitting next to you appears to be interesting, and you'd like to have a conversation with them, it's best to pleasantly smile and then say, "The Wi-Fi here is better than most places, which is why I absolutely love working here." Number 8. Offer help. It's not usual for people to be lucky enough to find situations where they're able to help someone they are dying to talk to. If that somehow happens, don't be silly enough to walk out on the person who you can offer assistance to. The way humans work, you're no longer a stranger in their opinion once you have helped them. You are that helpful person who saved them hassle. Maybe you can say something like, "Can I help you with your luggage?" Or by saying, "I have an extra one here, if you need it." Just remember not to be overbearing. You don't want the stranger to feel that you're creepy, considering you're going totally out of your way for someone you don't even know. So be calm and wait for the moment when you can do little helpful gestures for your potential conversation partner. Number 7. Ask for help. Sorry, I just wanted to ask you where you found that coffee. I am in desperate need of some, and I just can't happen to get hold of any. And then there are chances they will tell you where to go. Well, in this case scenario, we are assuming that you actually want coffee, along with starting a conversation with this person. But what if you don't have a legit favor to ask from this person? What would you do? Well, you simply make one up. "Hi, would you have a tissue paper on you?" This way, you're actually opening up a gateway for conversation. which can prove to be very fruitful based on your skills to continue and evolve that conversation. If you're too boring with the rest of the things you have to say, the stranger would much rather go back to playing a game on their phone and enjoying their own company. Number 6. Don't be shy to compliment. Compliments are always dependable conversation starters because they immediately flatter the receiver, making them comfortable towards you. And the receiver becomes more willing to take part in your conversation, regardless of where it may head. It's human nature that we all like to feel good about ourselves. And when someone is appreciating us, they are actually being part of making us feel good. And because we want to continue to feel good, we want to continue to associate with the person who is making us feel good about ourselves, using their genuine compliments. So, go for it. But make sure to be specific and sincere with your praising words, otherwise there's risk of you alienating the person of interest. Allow the receiver to speak about the source of the compliment. And when the topic is exhausted, you can then take the conversation anywhere with a related topic. Your conversation partner who was just flattered by you will be pleased to hear what you have to say because subconsciously, they have a good opinion of you. Number 5. Start off with a joke. Everybody in the world loves jokes, and someone who can make them laugh will most certainly attract them. A known psychologist revealed in his study that jokes are instrumental in disarming people and work on a deep biological level as well. So when a female laughs at a man's joke, there's this unsaid assurity that the guy receives about the girl feeling safe with him. And as far as the female is concerned, laughing releases oxytocin in the body, which is the hormone responsible for bonding between people. The two things coming together give pathway to great post-joke conversations between people. Take your time and construct a clean, witty, non-offensive, and genuinely funny joke which will effortlessly put a smile on the receiver's face. And in that moment a connection will immediately be established. Based on this connection you can then take the conversation further. Number 4. Ask a question related to a mutual interest topic. It's human nature that we participate in conversations in a much better way when we are asked specific questions. Instead of trying to open a conversation on a topic which you want the other person to talk about, just start off with a question that's loose and also related to your topic of interest. Once the dialogue has started, it has the potential to go just about anywhere. The only thing between you and your preferred discussion with this stranger is a directional series of questions and responses. Being subtle is key. Remember that. You might not have success the first or second time with these attempts, but you sure will eventually. So keep practicing. Because there's no life without meeting new people, and there's no point in sitting there, waiting for people to come over and talk to us. So, do yourself a favor and be an excellent conversation starter. Number 3. Display some energy and enthusiasm. If you want the conversation to be enjoyable and fun for the other person, it is important for you to watch your own body language and energy. You're obviously sane enough to not walk up to a stranger and tell them they look like crap and then expect them to be your friend. So negativity, negative energy, and negative comments, they all push people away. Happiness and enthusiasm is what works wonders because nobody remembers after a while what your conversation with them was all about. Instead, all they remember is how they felt during their conversation with you. Strangers are drawn towards enthusiastic people who are radiating positive energy, and this impacts your future conversations with them significantly. Before we move on, don't forget to watch our other amazing videos mentioned in the description below or by clicking on the link above. Number 2. Imagine you're already their friend. By telling yourself that the other person is already your friend, you will treat them like that. This will help you skip the awkwardness. And the conversation partner too won't feel awkward if you're not awkward. That's just how this works. This will help them feel you're safe to talk to because no one wants to speak to a creep. Number 1. Create sparks. Here comes the most important point of this video. And it is a must-do for all your conversation starters. Once the conversation is on, you would obviously want it to keep going. People with charisma look for sparks in a conversation. Through topics, ideas and questions which make the other person feel excited. People are charmed and addicted by such like people, so make sure to practice and master it. Sparks basically trigger dopamine, and they're normally coming from thrilling questions like, "Any exciting plans for the long weekend?" We hope you liked the video. Thanks for watching. Drop a like. Leave a comment. And don't forget to subscribe.